Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dave DiLorenzo. I'm a Deputy Director with the Department of Environmental Protection. I work in the Bureau of Resource Protection. Bear with me if you already know how DEP is set up. 3 main bureaus: resource protection. The resource is pretty much water, wastewater, drinking water, wetlands, waterways. That's my bailiwick, or the group that I work with. Waste site cleanup deals with the mistakes of the past. And then there's a third BWP that does industrial interactions. Mark L's asked me to stop by tonight because there's been some concern that the challenges with the contamination that were just referred to are impacting the drinking water wells. And I can tell you unequivocally that is not the case. You have a high quality drinking water in Barnstable that we watch very closely, and you have met all parameters. In preparation for coming up here, I asked the staff out of the southeast region to run some water quality on the airport wells and the area wells, and they're all in very good shape. The contaminants that seem to be of interest, PAHs, petroleum products, and lead, have been proven to be soil absorbers. They absorb to the soil. And I know that what I'm probably providing is just some reassurance. I mean, it's not specific to the airport, but your drinking water supplies are in very good shape. For credibility enhancement, I am a groundwater geologist. I'm a hydrogeologist. I spent 10, 15 years of my life chasing groundwater plumes, and in fact, these plumes I cut my teeth on at DEP. In fact, when we first, the question 4, way back when, the legislature wanted us to hire people to identify all the waste sites in Massachusetts. That's when I got hired by DEP, and I worked on this project, so I'm responsible in some way for identifying all of these contamination sites. We did a lot of remediation, a lot of assessment. My job was to make sure that those things did not impact drinking water wells. That was up until 1997 I had that job. From then I went on to a series of management jobs. And since that time, our drinking water folks have been working very closely with the wastewater, the waste site folks that are working in this area. We have no indication that the contaminants that you're talking about dealing with in the soils and the areas that you're concerned about are moving at all. Testament to that is the fact that they're not even in the surface water. They tend to not move. They don't pose a threat to the aquifer. They have to be dealt with. They are being dealt with. I had senior staff in the southeast region get in touch with Hyannis people to see if everybody's in sync, and we ran the numbers, and since at least the last 2 years that I could see, everything's meets all drinking water standards. So if there's some specific question I can answer, I feel free.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? Councilor Milne, Vice President Crocker.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President.